James I hath been awaiting your ideas, sir.
I shall call it Macbeth, and it shall possess the supernatural.
Aye, it shall be counselled at your kindest leisure.
Alright. Make sure the right side of it is done.
How goes the night, boy? The moon is down. I have not heard the clock.
And she goes down at 12.
I take it this later, sir.
Old, take my sword. There's husbandry in heaven.
The candles are all out. Take thee that too.
I have his summons like lead upon me. And yet I will not sleep. Merciful powers, restrain in me the cursed thoughts that nature gives way to reimpose. Give me my sword! Who's there?
A friend!
What? Sir not yet at rest? The king's abed. He hath been in unusual pleasure, and set forth great largesses to your officers. This diamond he greets your wife withal, by name of most kind hostess up in measureless content.
Being unprepared, I will become the servant to defect, which I should free have wrought.
As well, I dreamt last night of the 3 weird sisters. To you they have shown some truth.
I think not of them. Yet when we can entreat now to serve, we would spend it in some words upon that business, if you would grant the time.
At your kindest leisure.
I'll cleave to my consent, when 'tis it shall make honour for you.
So I lose none in seeking to augment it, but still keep my bosom franchise and my allegiance clear. I shall be counselled.
Good repose the one.
Thanks, sir. I like to hear.
Go bid thy mistress when my drink is ready. She struck upon the bell. Get thee to bed.
Is this a dagger which I see before me? The handle toward my hand. Come, let me clutch thee. I have thee not, and yet I still see thee. Art thou not fatal vision, sensible to feeling as to sight? Or art thou but a dagger of the mind, a false creation, proceeding from the heat-oppressed brain? I see thee yet, in form as palpable as this which now I draw. Thou marshalledst me the way that I was going, and such an instrument I was to use. Mine eyes are made the fools over the other senses, or else worth all the rest. I see thee still, and on thy blade and dungeon gouts of blood, which was not so before. There's no such thing. It is the business which informs thus to mine eye. Now over the one half-wall nature seems dead, and wicked dreams abuse the curtained sleep. Witchcraft celebrates Palthicans offerings, and withered murder alarmed by his sentinel. The wolf whose howls his watch, thus with his stealthy pace, with Tarquin's ravishing strides towards his designs, moves like a ghost. Thou sure and firm set earth, hear not my steps which way they walk, for fear thy very stones prate of my whereabout, and take the present horror from the time which now suits with it. Whiles I threat, he lives. Words to the heat of deeds, to cold breath gives. I go, and it is done. The bell invites me. It's not Duncan. For it is an knell that summons thee to heaven or to hell.
But who did bid thee join with us?
He needs not our mistrust, since he delivers our offices, and we have to do the direction just.
Then stand with us. The west yet glimmers with some streaks of day. Now spurs the lated traveller apace, to gain the timely inn, and near approaches the subject of our watch.
Hark! I hear horses.
Give us a light there. Oh.
Light. Stand to it.
It will be rain tonight.
Let it come down. Fly this place. Fly.
Thou mayst revenge, O slave.
Who did strike out the light?
Was it not the way?
There's but one down. The sun is fled.
We have lost the best part of our affair.
Well, let's away and say how much is done.
The English power is near, led on by the good Macduff. Revengers burn in them, for their dear causes would to the bleeding and the grim alarm excite the mortified man.
Near Burnham Woods, shall we well meet them? That way they are coming.
Who knows if Dong Bane is with his brother?
For certain, sir, he is not. I have a file of all the gentry. There is your son, and many unrough youths that even now protest their first amendment.
What does the tyrant?
Great Dunsinane is strongly fortified. Some say he's mad, others that lesser hate. Do call it valiant fury, but for certain, he cannot buckle his distempered cause within the just war.
Now does he feel his secret murder sticking on his hands? Not military revolting upon his faith breach. Those he commands only move in command, nothing in love. Now does he feel his title hanging loose above him like a giant's robe upon a dwarfish theme.
Who then shall blame his pested tents to recoil and start when all that is within him is condemned itself for being there?
Well might we on to give obedience when this truly owed. Meet we the medicine of the sickly wheel, and with him pour we in our country's purge each.
For so much as it needs, to do the sovereign power and to drown the weeds, make we our march towards Burnham.